Hi. Hi. It's Wednesday, supper time. We're having very Greek chicken. I know, I look awful. It's still early in the morning. Well, not that early, but anyway. I took a minute, because you can tell I've been crying and I look awful, but today is just a really bad day in the house. Just trying to think of how to even explain this. So as you know, Weston has Williams syndrome, and for children who develop cardiac issues with Williams syndrome, it can be life-threatening. And you know, we seem to be losing a lot of kids in the support group I'm a part of. It's a very small group, and it's dedicated to families with little ones, with like kids. I think they're under the age of 6 or something. And we seem to be losing a lot of little babies in that group, and kids left, right, and center having surgeries or having horrible news about their heart. And I read one of those stories today, and you know, before I get into it, a lot of people are like, well, why are you in that group, blah 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 blah, like maybe you should step away from it, maybe it's not a good idea for you to be in it, which is not the case. You know, we do have some bad news, but we have a lot of good news, and it's a good place for support for me. But on days like today, it's bad. Today I read about a little boy who they told his mother that his heart was looking great, completely normal, you don't have to worry about surgery, and she got a second opinion, and his heart is like anything but okay and fine. And there's some pretty severe stuff going on, and he could die from it. And I look at my son and I think, how is this fair? How is this fair that I got blessed with this beautiful child, only to have this constant fear that he will die from his heart conditions, or that he will need surgery. And I don't know if you've watched my diagnosis video of Weston, but Williams syndrome kids do not handle anesthesia well, and there's a risk, a very big increased risk of sudden death when they use any type of anesthesia. So we don't just have to worry about them getting through the heart surgery, we have to worry about them making it through anesthesia. And it just terrifies me. It terrifies me so bad. I mean, I have a lot of good days, a lot of good days, but days like today, I spend my whole day like this, and I think This is not fucking fair at all for any parent who deals with kids who have life-threatening anything. It's not fair that we have to contemplate the possibility of saying goodbye to our children, or what life would be like without our children. I could not do life without either one of my children. I couldn't. And it makes my kids so upset when they see me cry. So I have to come in the bathroom. But I just look at him and my heart just breaks into a million pieces, because it's not fair that he's gonna have to potentially go through all these things in his little life. I don't know how I'm supposed to pull it together today. I don't know how. My thing is, I usually just give myself 24 hours to feel whatever it is that I need to feel, and then, you know, I'll feel whatever emotion I need to feel, like sadness, anger, bitterness, or, you know, all of them. And then in 24 hours, I usually feel better, but it's not fair. It's not fair that I have to think about this, or any parent in this position has to think about losing their son, their daughter. It's not fair. Literally bouncing up and down, trying to get him to go to sleep. So I finished up my Friday night with Ellie going to my parents' house for a sleepover, and she was supposed to go to some fair thing for kids on Saturday, and I got a call around 10 o'clock at night from my mom asking me if she had anything different to eat or anything like that. And she said no, or I said no, and she explained to me what was going on. So I got to my parents' house and saw these red blotches all over her. Look up at Mom. All over her. And I thought, what on earth could she be allergic to? So long story short, I ended up taking her up to the hospital Saturday morning because the rash rapidly progressed. It was not as bad as what it is right now on Friday night, but Saturday morning it turned into something way worse, and her lips were all swollen like they are now. They weren't as swollen on Saturday, but I decided, you know, maybe I should take her up just to be better safe than sorry, and they discovered that she was allergic to penicillin. I was confused at this because she had penicillin before for a previous ear infection, and she had a dose of penicillin last week for a double ear infection, and just finished her last dose Thursday morning, just this Thursday gone by, and didn't break out until late Friday night. And apparently this is super common. This is when most reactions happen. I thought with medication it happens immediately, but I guess it's a delayed thing. So this is what she looks like today. She's in good spirits, but you can see, oh, it's on the side. You can see her face is quite swollen.
Ow.
Yeah.
My foot hurts.
And yeah, she says that she hurts all over, so that's how we spent our weekend.